Okay, so this is the introduction to a series of videos that I'm going to do on maintaining a sustainable apiary, and something that's accessible to all beekeepers once you've done a beginner's course. This came about because I was watching a bee farmer in Vermont in northern United States called Mike Palmer, and his videos are available on YouTube, so please look him up. But Mike runs a sustainable apiary, which is all about maintaining and keeping your own stock, but he's doing that with hundreds of hives. Now that's not something that's an option for most beekeepers, so I wanted to kind of like scale down a lot of what he's doing down to the smallest unit that I think we can start with, and the smallest unit that I think is going to be sustainable going forward. So this is all about really simply raising your own queens and producing honey above average level of honey for your own use or for sale. And if we're lucky, you might even get an extra nuke of bees out of this to sell. So why would you want to raise your own queens? Well, the first reason is that bees that come from your area are adapted to your conditions, and research has shown that bees that are local to your area are more likely to survive than bees that are brought in from another country. So then there's also the fact that this is really interesting to do. There's nothing like finding your own mated queen that you've created who's laying and producing her own new colony. So it gives immense satisfaction. It's one of the best feelings in beekeeping. There's also the risk when you're moving bees about in bringing in new pathogens into your area. And I think that, although most bee diseases and viruses are already present in the UK, it's also very easy to bring in new variants of existing pathogens, and we've already seen with our experience of COVID that new variants of existing viruses can cause concerns. There's also the fact that in the UK, if you don't want to buy queens in, then there's a challenge around availability of queens. So what we're going to do is actually have queens that are available all year round to make up for replacements if needed. So we're kind of like taking out an insurance policy and replacing any winter losses we might have before we have them. And then the fifth reason, and possibly my favourite, coming from Yorkshire as I do, is that it's cheap. You don't have to spend 45, 50 quid on a queen, 150 or 200 quid on a nuke. You can produce your own. So we're going to start off with one single colony. It's the colony that happens to be in my garden. It has overwintered really well. So it gives an opportunity. Not every colony is going to be as strong as this one. I'm using single national brood, which is one of the more common setups, and the aim is going to be over the season to create 3 nukes over the season, expand that into, so we'll create 3 nukes and hope to get over the season to the point where we've got the original colony and 1 full extra colony and 1 or 2 nukes to take into the winter for replacing winter losses. What's actually going to happen, it's all very easy talking about theories, and that's what I'm doing at the moment, but it'll be interesting to see what happens over the season, because when we do make up our nukes, there's going to be, we'll make up 3, because we might only, even if you only wanted 1, then if a queen has got about an 80% chance of mating, then 3 queens have got a much better chance of getting a mating. In actual fact, statistically, I think it's about 99% of getting 1 queen mated and about 50% of getting 3 queens mated. And if we do manage to get 3 queens mated, that will be a nice problem to have. So all that's needed equipment wise is 1 colony to start, a spare colony that we're going to build up to, because it's the hardest thing in beekeeping is keeping a single colony alive, and we're going to have 3 nukes to keep the for the queens to mate in initially, and then we will build up over the summer. So I look forward to seeing you next time. One of the girls has come to say hello.